Watkins at the double. Emi Martinez with a match winning save right at the end. This is your instant match reaction to Fulham 1, Aston Villa 2. Hello and welcome to a victorious Villa Park podcast. It's me, Rich, and I'm back with your instant match reaction. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, we are marching on to 3,400 subscribers on the road to 4K. You guys can help us get there. So like, subscribe, and get in the chat. Get your comments in. I want loads of comments. I think I was right with my match prediction. I'm pretty sure I said 2-1 Villa, and that is how it turned out. And results have gone our way. We are back in the Champions League spaces. Wolves have done us a huge favour, and hopefully Luton can do us another favour tomorrow. And it could be a magnificent weekend for Aston Villa. But yeah, let's talk about today's game. So, starting lineup, I believe I was correct. That is the wrong one. I believe I was correct with my starting lineup with Emi Martinez, Matty Cash, Clement Longley, Pau Torres, Alex Moreno, McGinn and Louise as that pivot in defensive midfield, Yuri Tielemans and Jacob Ramsey, Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins up front. Yeah, I thought it was too big a game for Tim Irigbonham to come into, and I thought he would go for his tried and trusted for players, experienced players, and as it turned out, it was quite an even game throughout the whole game. Quite an even game. I just think Villa were more clinical at certain points, and as always with Fulham, they seem to play really well. They've got some good players. They have some good approach play, good tactical build up, but sometimes in the box they're not quite as clinical as they should be. Obviously, game started. We got a goal right from the off, pretty much 2 minutes, but it was chalked off. Ollie Watkins with a nice finish, possibly a sign of things to come. And yeah, that was chalked off for offside, quite clearly offside in that case. But the VAR debacle will come later on. But yeah, that one was chalked off. Fulham and Villa kind of traded sort of tactical battles. Villa getting through a couple of times, Fulham putting us under a bit of pressure. Neither team wanting to commit too many players forward or too much in terms of attacking threat. But from a set piece, though, Fulham did put the ball in the back of the net as well. Ball went in. I think it was Paulinho flicked it on, and Tim Ream put it in, and either he was offside or Paulinho was offside in the original case, and that was chalked off as well. And then again, both teams kind of push forwards, trading attacks, not really threatening too much. But on 23 minutes, I think it was midway through that first half, Anthony Robinson inexplicably threw the ball across his own kind of just in front of the penalty area because Willian had moved backwards to try and get the ball. Terrible throw. Jacob Ramsey puts the pressure on Willian. A combination of Willian falling over, Jacob Ramsey getting the tackle in. Ball bundles across to Ollie Watkins. He lets the ball come across him, turns Diop and fires it into the bottom corner across the goalkeeper. And Villa are 1-0 up. And yeah, it was an even game. So you've got to say we took our chance. We were clinical at that point, and Watkins gets his 12th goal of the season. Fantastic. Then Fulham kind of put on a little bit more pressure, have one or two efforts. Villa looking threatening on the break. Leon Bailey getting more space. Yuri Tielemans getting more space. And this time it was Leon Bailey's turn to come up with some fantastic trickery. On around half an hour, ball comes out to him on the right-hand side. He flicks it inside Anthony Robinson, then unleashes a wonderful effort with his left foot. It looks like he's going right in the top corner, but hits the bar and goes over. Fantastic little bit of ability from Leon Bailey, who was really good in flashes in this game. And then kind of towards the end of the half, Villa really ended it well. Had another opportunity disallowed, another goal disallowed. Alex Moreno this time. Ball comes in from a corner. Ollie Watkins flicks it on. I don't know whether he's heading it in, trying to head it into goal, but Moreno had been on the line. He runs back to try and get himself onside as quickly as he possibly can. As the ball's flicked on, he heads it into the net. We think, yes, 2-0 up on about 41 minutes this time. But the lines were drawn, and very, very dubiously drawn. It took about 2.5 minutes for the decision to be made, and in which case Tim Ream's heel looked like it was playing Alex Moreno onside, but yeah, it was probably. I don't know. I don't know how you can tell it's offside or not. And it looked like they were drawing it from Bailey's heel as well. So someone would have to explain to me how that was disallowed, but it was. You guys let me know in the chat, in the comments, your thoughts on that disallowed goal, because I thought it was very, very, very dubious. And that's the call between that kind of daylight or the kind of advantage to the attacker situation. But anyway, we go in at halftime 1-0 after having a couple of further efforts towards the end of that half. Clement Longley heading the ball over, Ollie Watkins having a header blocked. And yeah, we probably didn't want that half to end because we really had the momentum. Second half starts, and Fulham again put us under a bit more pressure. They kind of step up, and fair play to them because they really did step up a couple of yards, and were putting pressure on us, trying to pass it out from the back. And at times it really worked because we couldn't get that flowing passing going, and Ollie Watkins wasn't necessarily holding the ball up front. And it always seems to be the case, so second half starts, and Villa all never seem to start second halves too well. But anyway, we weathered that storm. And our one really, really, really fantastic move in that second half transpired in the second goal. Again, midway through the second half, ball is played our right hand side into Yuri Tielemans, who we've engineered the space really well. And he looks up. Ollie Watkins is on the run. He plays an inch perfect pass because he's got the wrong side of Diop. Ball through. He doesn't even need to take a touch, and he just blasts it bottom corner through the goalkeeper, and it's 2-0. And yeah, you're thinking Watkins at the double. He doesn't very often score more than one goal in a game, but he did on this occasion. And yeah, fantastic goal, fantastic finish. And then, as I say, Villa kind of, you're thinking, right, that's comfortable. Just see the game out. Pick them off at will. But fair play to Fulham. They got a goal back. Anthony Robinson down that left hand side, our right hand side. No real fault on Matty Cash. He just did him for pace. Got half a yard, puts the ball across, and it looks like Emi Martinez has called for the ball. Longley stopped a little bit, and Munoz has got in between them and kind of flicked it, and it's gone in the net. And it's 2-1. And again, Fulham kind of put us under more pressure. Harry Wilson comes on, and he always does well against Villa. They have one or two efforts. Ollie Watkins has a great effort to get his hat trick. Ball just goes wide after, again, another penalty shout, which I thought was a blatant penalty. He gets into the box. Diop chops him down, like puts his leg across him. Watkins goes down. Referee doesn't give it, and VAR don't tell him to go to the screen. But yeah, we were kind of hanging on at parts, between kind of the 75th and 85th minute. I really think we were hanging on in parts there. And there was an opportunity for Iwobi. He puts the ball across the box. Longley with a fantastic clearance. And then I guess the match saving moment of the game, 91st minute, we get caught a little bit flat. The back four gets caught a little bit flat. Adama Traore has played through. He's running on one-on-one with Emi Martinez, but this is where Emi Martinez is at his best. He doesn't commit himself. He comes out, he stays big, and then he just at the minute that Traore is going to shoot, he closes the angle down really well. Traore doesn't lift it, and Martinez just gets a strong foot to it, and yeah, one-on-one save, and you can see he knows that's the game. That's the game won. And then we kind of see out the game from there. Few couple of bookings from Fulham players getting frustrated. You can see Marco Silva getting frustrated, and it's a professional performance. 2-1 victory takes us back into fourth position in the league. Yeah, really, really good, especially with some of the players that we've had out, especially with John McGinn playing in that more defensive role. I thought he did pretty well. A couple of times he gets caught in possession, but as the space as the space got bigger in terms of that midfield, I thought he coped really well. I thought Douglas Luiz was excellent at just controlling the game, just keeping the ball flowing. I thought Tielemans was quite busy and obviously set up the Watkins goal fantastically well. Ollie Watkins with 2 goals. What can you say about that? Fantastic in terms of finishing. Needs to hold the ball up better, I think. And I thought Pau Torres, again, just having him back in the team, you don't realise the types of passes that he can play, and just the ease at which he can play them. So many times he spots some sort of pass, or he sees someone get the space into midfield and plays it into Tielemans or plays it into Ramsey, and they've got so much space to run onto, and he's so calm with the ball, just absolutely brilliant. But Clement Longley for me was, I mean, I'd have to say he was probably my man of the match. Just to move across that right centre back position after playing at left centre back, some of the blocks he was putting in. Had a tough game against Muniz. Obviously, Muniz did score, but I'm not going to put that against Longley so much. But just again, just assured. That's a new centre back partnership as well, and I thought they did fantastically well. And Clement Longley for me was tremendous. So he just about pips Ollie Watkins. I mean, fantastically that he got 2 goals, but I did think he could have held the ball up a little bit better, particularly in that second half when it was really on top. But yeah, I mean, he could count himself slightly unlucky there. But I just think because he'd moved positions, Longley, I would just give it to him. But you guys, let me know in the chat who your man of the match would be in today's game. I thought it was a thoroughly professional performance. We were holding on a little bit. I thought maybe Emery was going to make 1 or 2 substitutions. Maybe that tells you a little bit about situations in games that he doesn't want to bring Morgan Rogers on yet. He doesn't want to bring Tim Irigbonham on yet. He doesn't want to bring Zaniolo on. It tells you quite a bit about the situation with the squad and the players that he's going to go with. But that being said, wonderful victory that sets us up now for Nottingham Forest at home next week. Can we get the 3 points there? And can we, really, really get back on track? Guys, I'm going to leave it there. We'll be back for our full match reaction probably tomorrow night now. But yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on today's game, your thoughts on today's man of the match. But help us on the road to 4K. Thank you for watching. We're back in the Champions League spaces. I am buzzing. Thank you all for your support. And as always, remember, we'll follow the Villa.